Welcome to Astronomy Daily, your daily dose of space and astronomy news. I'm your host, Anna. In today's episode, we'll cover the latest updates about the Hubble Space Telescope and how it's shifting into one gyroscope mode. We'll also delve into SpaceX's recent milestones, including the Starlink 8, 5-satellite launch, and the FAA's approval for Starship Flight 4. Plus, we'll highlight several other noteworthy events happening in the ever-evolving realm of space exploration. Thank you for joining us.
The Astronomy Daily Podcast.
The Hubble Space Telescope has once again shown signs of aging, requiring a shift into what's known as one gyroscope mode. This transition was necessitated by a malfunction in one of the gyroscopes responsible for maintaining Hubble's precise orientation towards its celestial targets. NASA officials have explained that the telescope, which originally housed 6 gyros, now has only 2 operational ones, with an announcement today confirming the transition to utilizing just one of them. The remaining functional gyro will be kept in reserve for future use. Despite this adjustment, NASA has assured us that this does not mark the end of Hubble's illustrious career. There is confidence that Hubble will continue its groundbreaking work well into the next decade. Mark Clampin, director of NASA's Astrophysics Division, underlined that this strategy is the best approach to extend Hubble's operational life. The shift to one gyro mode will have minimal impact on the majority of its observations. Hubble's pointing control system typically utilizes 3 gyros, but it has demonstrated effective operation in 2 gyro mode in the past, making one gyro mode a viable long-term option. This change does come with some operational limitations. For example, transitioning from one science target to another will take slightly longer, and there will be a reduction in scheduling efficiency, approximately 12%, according to Hubble project manager Patrick Krauss. Additionally, Hubble will have less flexibility in its observational scope and will be unable to track moving targets closer than Mars, though such targets have historically been rare. Looking ahead, the telescope is expected to resume its work in mid-June under the new operational configuration. NASA's updated reliability assessments suggest a high probability of at least one gyro remaining functional through 2035, which should ensure that Hubble continues to illuminate our understanding of the universe for years to come. So, while Hubble may have lost a bit of its precision, its ability to offer groundbreaking insights into the cosmos remains largely intact. The telescope's storied history of servicing missions and technological upgrades gives hope that it will continue to contribute valuable scientific data, reinforcing its legacy as one of the most important observatories in astronomical history. Stay tuned to Astronomy Daily for more updates on Hubble and other exciting space missions. Now let's turn our attention to SpaceX and their latest achievement. SpaceX recently completed the Starlink 8, 5 mission, adding another success to their remarkable track record. This mission saw the Falcon 9 rocket lift off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, deploying 20 Starlink V2 mini satellites. Among these, 13 satellites notably feature direct-to-cell phone capabilities, a significant advancement for global communication. The Falcon 9's first stage booster, known in the SpaceX fleet as B1067, reached its 20th flight during this mission, a testament to SpaceX's pioneering advancements in rocket reusability. This particular booster had a storied past, having supported 2 Crew Dragon astronaut missions, 2 Cargo Dragon resupply missions to the International Space Station, and 10 prior Starlink delivery runs. After its latest feat, B1067 successfully landed on the drone ship Just Read the Instructions, stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. This marked the 83rd landing for this specific drone ship and the 316th overall booster landing for SpaceX. SpaceX founder Elon Musk recently highlighted the achievements of the Starlink network, revealing a new internal median latency record of 28 milliseconds for their internet service. Musk further noted that the median latency for Starlink internet in the United States could soon dip below 20 milliseconds, a promising development for users. This launch not only underscores SpaceX's capability to execute frequent and precise missions, but also moves them closer to their goal of providing widespread, high-speed internet access. With each successful mission, SpaceX continues to redefine the parameters of spaceflight and satellite communications. In other SpaceX news, their ambitious plans for interplanetary travel took another significant step forward as the FAA recently granted approval for Starship Flight 4. Scheduled to lift off from the Starbase facility in South Texas, this mission is crucial for testing the capabilities of both the Starship and its Super Heavy booster. These tests are aimed at ultimately fulfilling SpaceX's longer-term goals of lunar and Martian missions. The FAA's approval comes with a license that includes certain test-induced damage scenarios. This means that the agency has identified specific conditions under which vehicle loss would not delay subsequent missions, expediting the test and evaluation process. By outlining these scenarios ahead of time, SpaceX and the FAA can focus on streamlining the steps necessary to safely and efficiently move forward with future flights. Starship and its Super Heavy booster are pivotal components of SpaceX's vision. Standing nearly 400 feet tall, they represent the most powerful rocket ever built. To date, the company has tested Starship on 3 previous flights, all of which have provided key data despite not achieving complete mission success. Each test has been a learning opportunity, improving the design and operational procedures of the rocket system. This 4th flight aims to achieve high orbital velocity, followed by intricate re-entry and splashdown maneuvers. SpaceX's focus this time is not only on reaching orbital speed, but also on demonstrating reusability features, core to making future missions to the Moon and Mars economically viable. The Super Heavy booster will attempt a controlled splashdown into the Gulf of Mexico, while the Starship vehicle will aim for re-entry over the Indian Ocean. As SpaceX progresses, the importance of efficient regulatory processes and robust testing frameworks cannot be overstated. The collaborative approach between SpaceX and the FAA in modifying the launch license to include pre-approved damage scenarios is a testament to this. It reflects a mutual commitment to advancing space exploration while maintaining stringent safety protocols. The aerospace community and space enthusiasts alike will be keenly watching Starship Flight 4, anticipating its contributions to the future of human spaceflight and the new frontier it aims to open. This mission is more than a test flight. It is a significant milestone toward realizing the dream of making space travel more accessible and sustainable. NASA, Boeing, and United Launch Alliance are gearing up for a 3rd attempt to launch the Boeing Starliner on its inaugural crewed flight. This follows previous setbacks due to a failed power distribution source and issues with the launch vehicle. United Launch Alliance engineers have since rectified the electrical problem, and mission management has given the green light for a launch attempt on June 5th. The crew for this mission, astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, are set to embark on a journey to the International Space Station, ISS, a significant milestone in Boeing's efforts to provide NASA with reliable crew transportation capabilities under the Commercial Crew Program. The launch window is precisely timed, with liftoff scheduled for 10:52 a.m. EDT, aiming to align the spacecraft's trajectory with the orbit of the ISS. If successful, the Starliner will dock with the ISS approximately 24 hours after launch. This mission will not only transport the 2 astronauts, but also a variety of scientific experiments and supplies. The team's stay on the ISS will allow them to conduct essential research and collaborate with current crew members before their planned return to Earth, landing in White Sands, New Mexico on June 14th. This endeavor follows a series of delays and adjustments, including a scrapped launch attempt in early May due to technical issues. Despite these challenges, the teams at NASA, Boeing, and ULA have worked tirelessly to resolve the problems to ensure the mission's success. As we approach the launch time, weather forecasts indicate a 90% chance of favorable conditions, with only some cumulus clouds posing a potential concern. In addition, solar activity, which has been elevated recently, will be monitored closely to ensure safe flight conditions. The upcoming mission represents a crucial step towards certifying the Starliner for regular crew rotation missions to the ISS, potentially beginning as soon as spring 2025. This achievement will mark a significant advancement in NASA's goal of having multiple domestic providers for transporting astronauts to space, enhancing the robustness and capabilities of human spaceflight operations. Russian cosmonaut Oleg Kononenko has etched his name into the annals of space history by becoming the first person to reach an astounding 1,000 cumulative days in space. This extraordinary milestone was reached during his 5th mission aboard the International Space Station, ISS, where he is currently serving as commander. Kononenko, who launched on the Soyuz MS-24 spacecraft last September, has not only demonstrated the incredible human capability to endure long-term space missions, but also provided scientists with a unique opportunity to study the effects of prolonged exposure to the space environment. Renowned aerospace medicine expert Emmanuel Urquieta underscores the significance of Kononenko's achievement. According to Urquieta, this milestone allows researchers to gather invaluable data on the physiological and psychological impacts of long-duration spaceflights. Key areas of study include radiation exposure, bone density loss, muscle atrophy, and mental well-being in isolated and confined environments. Such research is crucial for planning future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. As humanity prepares for longer and more distant space expeditions, the data collected from Kononenko's time in space will be instrumental. It helps establish a clearer understanding of what astronauts will face on missions that could span several years. Moreover, this knowledge could lead to advancements in medical treatments and health monitoring technologies that benefit not only future space travelers, but also those on Earth, especially in remote or medically underserved areas. So, as we celebrate Kononenko's remarkable journey, we also look forward to the scientific advancements his experience will bring, paving the way for humanity's next giant leap. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to explore the frontiers of space. A recent solar storm gifted us with an awe-inspiring display of auroras, lighting up the skies with vibrant curtains of pink and green. This dazzling spectacle marks the beginning of what promises to be a particularly active period for our sun as it nears the peak of its 11-year solar cycle. Solar experts from NASA and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, have observed that the sun is already more turbulent than initially predicted. This heightened activity could bring more frequent and intense solar storms in the coming years, potentially affecting more regions around the globe. The beauty of these auroral displays, while captivating, comes with a caveat. As charged particles from the sun collide with Earth's magnetic field, they can disrupt satellite communications, GPS systems, and even power grids. For instance, during the recent storm, farmers had to halt GPS-dependent operations, and aviation routes were altered to avoid communication blackouts. To mitigate these disruptions, experts emphasize the importance of preparedness. Government agencies like NASA and NOAA are actively monitoring solar activity and collaborating with industries affected by space weather. Technological advancements and better forecasting methods are also being developed to safeguard critical infrastructure against the erratic behavior of our star. As we brace for heightened solar activity through 2026, it's essential to stay informed and prepared. Whether you're a scientist, a farmer, or simply a stargazer, understanding the impact of these solar phenomena can help navigate the electrifying yet challenging journey ahead. And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in to Astronomy Daily. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and found our discussion on the latest updates from the world of space and astronomy enlightening. Remember, you can always visit our website at astronomydaily.io for even more updates and news on space missions, celestial events, and the latest in astrophysics. This podcast is brought to you daily and is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'm your host, Anna, wishing you clear skies and a universe full of discoveries. Until next time, keep looking up.